If you're aiming for Harvard Kennedy School and you're a bit puzzled or anxious about the new adversity essay for the MPP, MPA2, and MPA mid career programs, you're in the right place. I'm Kaneisha Grayson, founder of The Art of Applying, and today we're diving deep into this short but powerful essay to help you knock it out of the park. Here's what you can expect in this lesson. First, I'll do a brief overview. We'll kick things off with a quick rundown of the new adversity essay, which is required for all the degrees except for the MPA ID application. Then we'll explore the types of adversity you might write about. I will share with you a framework for thinking about different kinds of adversity that you can write about, including examples of strong and less effective types to focus on. I'll also give you some writing tips. We'll tackle the challenge of fitting your life-changing experience into just 250 words. Trust me, it's possible. Then we'll do a prompt breakdown. We'll dissect the essay prompt into its most essential components. And because the landscape of admissions is shifting rapidly in the U.S. due to some significant legal changes, we'll talk about how this essay is particularly pivotal for a wide range of applicants, especially for what we at The Art of Applying call wildcard or wounded warrior applicants. Plus, stick around to the end where I'll show you how The Art of Applying can support you through our comprehensive application accelerator, as well as our new Art of Applying Academy. Whether you're a traditionally strong candidate or one of my affectionately called wildcards, we have something just for you. So let's dive in and get you prepped to write an adversity essay that stands out. The essay prompt. The adversity essay prompt is the following. Describe a time when you faced adversity or significant challenge to achieving your goals, and how navigating through this shaped your educational or career trajectory. There's a 250-word limit. This essay is designed to give the admissions committee insight into your resilience, adaptability, and problem-solving skills. I believe this essay was added as a way to add more context to your application in light of the recent affirmative action rulings. Many of our clients at The Art of Applying are wildcard applicants. By wildcard, I mean first-generation Americans, first-generation college graduates, first-generation professionals, meaning the first in your family to get a graduate degree or professional degree. That's me. People of any race who grew up poor, military service people and veterans, LGBTQ plus applicants, and neurodivergent applicants who have conditions such as autism or ADHD, like I do. So let's talk about that thing I mentioned in terms of the changing landscape of admissions. I think that the adversity essay is even more important now than ever in light of the new Supreme Court ruling that says schools can no longer consider race as a specific basis for granting admission. This landmark decision overturns long-standing precedent in higher education, impacting a wide range of applicants, especially those from historically marginalized communities. So who would benefit most from an adversity essay? While this essay can certainly benefit all applicants by providing a platform to discuss their unique life challenges and learning experiences, this essay offers a particularly golden opportunity for individuals who may not fit the traditional mold but have demonstrated an extraordinary ability to overcome significant obstacles. For these applicants, the adversity essay becomes a critical space to showcase your resilience, determination, and the unique perspectives that you can bring to the Harvard Kennedy School community. Now I want to give you a framework for types of adversity you might write about in the essay. The 4 different types of adversity that you could write about are personal, socioeconomic, professional, and academic. Personal adversity. This could be a health issue, the loss of a loved one, or experiencing a personal failure. Socioeconomic adversity. These are things like coming from a low-income background, having limited access to educational resources, or facing systemic discrimination. Professional adversity. This might be things like hitting a ceiling in your career, dealing with a hostile work environment, or experiencing an abrupt job loss. Academic adversity. This would be things like struggling with a particular and important subject, having educational gaps due to personal circumstances, or failing a crucial exam. Remember, the adversity you choose must relate to your educational or career trajectory because that is what's in the prompt. So the adversity that you face and you're navigating through it should be a catalyst for growth, a lesson learned, or a turning point in your journey. Now let's talk about some examples for your essay. Personal adversity. Perhaps you battled a chronic illness during your undergraduate years that impacted your GPA, but this struggle also ignited your passion for public health policy, leading you to choose an MPP program. Socioeconomic adversity. Maybe you grew up in a low income household, but you secured a scholarship for a coding boot camp. That experience might have been your entry into tech policy and why you want an MPA to bridge the gap between technology and equitable governance. Professional adversity. You might have been laid off due to company downsizing, but this setback led you to pivot into nonprofit work, thereby redefining your career goals and pointing you toward an MPA mid-career program. Academic adversity. Maybe you were diagnosed with dyslexia during your first year of undergrad. The diagnosis came after a semester of struggling with readings and failing grades. You tackled this challenge head-on by seeking specialized tutoring and learning coping strategies, eventually leading to improved academic performance and a newfound passion for advocating for students with learning disabilities, thus shaping your goal to focus on educational policy in the MPP program. Not all experiences of adversity are equally impactful or appropriate for a graduate school application essay. When considering topics for the Harvard Kennedy School Adversity Essay, remember that the focus should not only be on the challenge itself, but also on how navigating through it shaped your educational or career trajectory. Here are some examples of less effective topics for the adversity essay. Minor inconveniences. Discussing trivial issues like getting a flat tire on the way to an interview does not convey a substantial sense of adversity. The admissions committee is interested in deep, meaningful challenges that you've overcome. Lack of personal relevance. If the adversity has no link to your educational or career goals, it's less effective as a topic. For example, struggling to master a hobby like cooking or painting may be a challenge but has limited relevance to your graduate studies or career trajectory. Self-inflicted adversity. While all challenges offer opportunities for growth, ones that are self-inflicted, such as procrastination or poor time management, might not paint you in the best light unless you can demonstrate a significant transformative turnaround. Overused topics. Certain subjects, like the stress of finals week, are experiences that most applicants have faced and therefore are not very distinguishing. Controversial or polarizing topics. Be cautious with adversity that centers around very sensitive or very divisive issues such as political or religious issues unless they directly pertain to your field of study and you can address them in a nuanced, respectful manner. High school experiences. For most applicants, high school is far enough in the past that adversity faced during that time may not carry much weight unless it had a profound and lasting impact on your educational or career journey. Short-term challenges. Experiencing a challenging week at work due to a project deadline may be stressful, but it's not likely to be considered significant adversity unless it resulted in meaningful long-term impact. Vagueness or generalities. Addressing adversity in abstract terms, like saying, life is hard, without diving into specifics, will not provide the depth needed for this essay. Adversity with no resolution or learning. If you faced a challenge but didn't learn anything from it or change in any way as a result, the story won't be as compelling. All right, so time for some important caveats. It's important to remember that the effectiveness of the adversity essay also depends on how well you write it. Even a less than ideal topic can be impactful if it's well crafted, and you can show that it had a transformative effect on your career or academic aspirations. Think of the adversity essay as an opportunity to showcase not just what you've been through, but how you've grown, how it shaped your educational or career path, and how it prepared you for the program you're applying to. Remember, the goal is to offer insights into your character, resilience, and future potential. All right, now let's talk about writing the essay. Given the 250-word limit, your essay must be concise. So I'm going to give you a structure you can follow. Introduction. Briefly introduce the adversity, 1 to 2 sentences. Impact. Explain its effect on your goals, 2 to 3 sentences. Resolution and learning. Share how you navigated the adversity and what you learned, 2 to 4 sentences. Connection to HKS program. Conclude by linking your experience and learning to why you are a fit for your chosen HKS program, 1 to 2 sentences. Okay, so break down the prompt, and that can really help you in crafting a compelling and focused essay. So what I'll do is help you deconstruct the prompt into its critical components. The first component is the goal you were trying to achieve. The essay should clearly state what you were aiming for, whether it's an educational achievement, a career milestone, or even a personal development goal. This sets the stage and allows the admissions committee to understand the stakes. Given the word limit, keep this part succinct but specific. For example, I aimed to become the youngest project manager in my company's history. All right, next core element of the prompt is the adversity or challenge you faced. This is the pivot point of your essay. Clearly and succinctly describe the challenge that stood in the way of your goal. As mentioned earlier, don't spend too much time elaborating on the problem. Instead, set the scene in a sentence or two. For example, just as I was about to achieve this, a significant restructuring at the company put my position and my goal at risk. All right, the next part of the prompt, how you navigated the challenge. This is the meat of your essay and likely where you should devote the most words. How did you overcome this challenge? This is your chance to show your problem-solving skills, your emotional intelligence, and your ability to adapt and persevere. Be specific about the steps you took, even if they were internal shifts in your mindset. For instance, I took the initiative to lead a team of freelancers to complete a pivotal project, demonstrating the value I could bring as a project manager. All right, the last part of the prompt you need to make sure you don't forget about is how it shaped your educational or career trajectory. This is your moment to connect the dots between your experience of adversity and your reason for wanting to attend HKS. This is also where you'll want to demonstrate self-awareness and growth. Were there skills or insights you gained that will help you in the future? How did this experience alter your path in a way that leads naturally to HKS? For instance, this experience taught me the value of adaptive leadership, fortifying my resolve to dive deeper into public policy and management at Harvard Kennedy School. Make sure each of these components is well represented in your essay. With only 250 words, every sentence should serve a purpose and contribute to one of these 4 pillars. Craft each section carefully, then weave them together into a narrative that not only answers the prompt fully, but also showcases who you are. All right, that was a lot. So now I'm going to give you some tips for navigating that tiny 250 word limit. 1. Be laser focused. The word limit is tight, so get straight to the point. Start with a hook that sets the stage but doesn't meander. For example, if you're writing about overcoming academic adversity, you might start with, failing my first economics exam was a gut punch I didn't see coming. Number 2, don't over-explain the adversity. You might be tempted to delve into every nuance of your challenge, but that will eat up your word count. Limit the description of the adversity to 1 or 2 sentences max, leaving room for reflection and growth. 3. Show, don't tell. Use active verbs and vivid imagery to make every word count. Instead of saying, I had a difficult time, say, I grappled with, or I confronted. The more vivid your language, the more memorable your essay. 4. Focus on outcomes and learnings. Dedicate at least half of your essay to how you navigated the adversity and, more importantly, what you learned. HKS wants to see your problem-solving skills and resilience. Make sure your essay focuses more on this than the adversity itself. 5. Tie it back to Harvard Kennedy School. Use your concluding sentence wisely. You must make it clear why your experience and learnings make you a perfect fit for HKS. For instance, you could say, navigating this challenge not only fortified my resilience, but also deepened my commitment to public service, making the MPP at HKS the ideal next step for me. 6. Revise, revise, revise. 250 words leaves no room for error or fluff. After your first draft, go back and cut any redundant or unnecessary words. If a sentence doesn't serve the dual purpose of describing the adversity and illustrating your growth, consider rephrasing or removing it. So you're now equipped with the strategies you need to master your Harvard Kennedy School adversity essay. As part of the Art of Applying community, you have a strong foundation of support and resources just waiting for you to tap into. If you're an accelerator client, your next move is to jump into your client folder and start drafting that essay. You've got a treasure trove of sample essays to inspire you, so don't hesitate to explore them. Of course, we're not going to have adversity essays quite yet since it's a new essay, but you can search for the word adversity to see every time the word adversity has been used in one of the sample essays and read some of those. And while you're at it, reach out to your dedicated consultant. They're there to help you transform that draft into an essay that truly shines. And for those of you in the academy, remember, a good essay starts with a great draft. If you find you need more one-on-one guidance, consider booking a coaching call or purchasing editing services to give your essay that extra layer of excellence. We're here to provide that personalized touch whenever you're ready. For all of you, whether you're in the accelerator or the academy, if you're grappling with a specific question or dilemma, come and ask us. You're never navigating these waters alone, and there's a wealth of information and community support just a click away. Remember the application roadmap? We've got 35 plus lessons that you can revisit anytime you need a refresher. We've got a myriad, a bevy, beaucoup, a cornucopia of lessons that you can revisit anytime you need a refresher. Now, I can't stress this enough that you take action today. It could be working on your outline, refining your draft, or sending some burning questions to your consultant. Small steps can lead to big leaps, and the best time to start is now. So, whether you identify as a wildcard applicant or someone who's always known that Harvard Kennedy School is where you're meant to be, remember, you're already on a transformative journey by being here with us. Embrace your unique story and challenges. Make adversity your stepping stone to a compelling narrative. I'm super excited to hear about all your future successes. This wraps up the lesson on the Harvard Kennedy School adversity essay. Remember, the Art of Applying team is always just a click or a call away whenever you need us. Until next time, keep striving, keep applying, and let's make those Harvard Kennedy School dreams come true.